Hey there, and welcome back to English Corner Podcast, where learning English feels calm, practical, and encouraging. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Richard. Always happy to be here. How's your week been, Sarah?
Oh my gosh, it's been a real mix, Richard. Pretty busy, but super exciting. I've been working on some brand new lesson ideas, and actually, this episode, it's totally inspired by one of them. What about you? How's your week going?
Pretty good, actually. I've had some great conversations with learners lately, and I just think today's topic is going to be really helpful for a lot of people out there.
Right? It's just one of those first things that learners always want to master, introducing yourself in English.
Absolutely. I mean, it's such an important skill. Whether you're, meeting new friends, going to school, or starting a new job, or even traveling, being able to introduce yourself confidently, it just makes a big, big difference.
It really does. And I know that for so many learners, it can totally feel a bit scary at first, but don't worry, we're here to break it down and make it feel super simple and really natural.
Exactly. So before we dive in here, if you happen to enjoy this episode, please follow our podcast, share it with a friend, and leave us a review. It really helps us keep going and keep growing.
Oh, thanks so much for that, Richard. Okay, let's get into it. So, what's the very first thing you usually say when you're introducing yourself?
Well, the very first thing is your name, right? You can just say something super simple, hi, I'm Richard, or hello, my name is Richard. Keep it simple, keep it friendly.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you can add where you're from, too. So, for example, you might say, I'm from Australia, or, oh, I come from a small town in Spain. It helps people understand a little bit more about you.
Yeah, and you can add one more simple detail. Maybe it's your job or a hobby, perhaps. So, for example, you could say, oh, I'm a teacher, or I really enjoy photography.
Right, exactly. So if you put it all together, a full example would be something like, Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm from the UK, and I love baking. So easy, right?
So easy. And if you smile while you're speaking, it makes everything sound even better. It shows confidence and friendliness.
It really does. And, friends, if you are just beginning your English journey, don't worry about making it perfect. Just practice a few sentences that feel natural for you. You'll get there.
Okay, so now let's level up your introduction a little bit. One helpful method is something we call present, past, future.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, that's great. This gives your introduction a natural flow, and it works really well in more formal situations too, like interviews or school presentations.
Yeah, exactly. So let's break it down. So first, you're going to talk about the present, and that's your name and what you do now. So, for example, my name is Richard. I am an English coach, and I love helping people learn languages.
Yeah, that's perfect. And then you move to the past. So what did you do before? Where did you grow up? What did you study? For instance, you could say, I studied communication and worked in customer service for a few years.
Yeah, and then finally, the future. So what are your goals? What are you excited about? So, for instance, you could say, I hope to create more online lessons and connect with learners around the world.
Yeah, absolutely. And, if you put it all together, it would sound something like this. I'm Sarah. I'm an English podcast host and former art teacher. I studied creative writing, and now I want to inspire people through language.
Yeah, that's such a clear and thoughtful intro. It just gives the listener a full picture of who you are, where you've been, and where you're going. It's really good.
Now, let's say someone is starting to learn English. They might feel a little bit nervous or just unsure about what to even say.
Yeah, totally understandable. So here's a super simple version that anyone can use. It's just 3 parts.
Oh, okay. Lay it on us.
Yeah, so number 1, your name.
Right. That's pretty essential, I'd say.
Yeah. And then number 2, where you're from.
Uh-huh. And number 3?
And number 3, just one thing you like. That's it. Keep it super simple.
I love that. It's so easy to remember. So, for example, you could say, I'm Sarah. I'm from England. I love coffee. Or for you, Richard, my name is Richard. I come from Brazil. I enjoy listening to jazz.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's short and sweet. And I think the key here, though, is still confidence. You don't need to speak a lot. Just say a few things clearly.
Yeah, exactly. And don't forget to smile too. It relaxes you and it makes the other person feel welcome as well.
Okay, so moving on from those beginner-friendly ones, let's move into professional situations now. Like, job interviews, for example. This is where people often hear that question, can you tell me about yourself?
Oh gosh, yeah. And this can feel like super stressful for a lot of people, right? But what we just talked about, you can totally use that same present, past, future structure. You just connect it to the job.
Yeah, exactly. So here's an example. Like you could say, hi, I'm Richard. I've worked in customer support for 3 years. I'm great at solving problems and working with people. I'm now looking to grow into a team leadership role.
Oh, I like that. That's really concise. Another one for me could be like, my name is Sarah. I studied design and I worked as a marketing assistant. I'm very organized and I love creating engaging content. I'm excited to join a creative team like yours.
That's really good. It's professional, it's clear, and it's super focused. You don't really need to say everything, just what matters most for the job.
Okay, so now let's talk about casual situations, like meeting someone in a class, or maybe you're on vacation or at a party.
In those moments, your introduction can be much more fun and personal. So, for example, you could say something like, hey, I'm Richard. I'm really into basketball and coffee culture.
Oh, I like that. Or, hi, I'm Sarah. I love hiking and I make playlists for every mood. Just something light and easy.
Yeah, exactly. And this is really important part to keep the conversation going. After you say something about yourself, you can immediately ask a question. So you could say, I enjoy cooking. What about you? Do you like food from different countries?
Yeah, that's such a great point. It's a fantastic way to turn an introduction into a real conversation. It makes it two-way. It's not just all about you talking about yourself. It invites the other person in.
You know, Sarah, not everyone feels super comfortable introducing themselves. Like, what kind of advice would you give to someone who is a bit shy about it?
Oh, that's such a good question, Richard. First off, just remember it's totally normal to feel shy. Like, everyone gets that feeling sometimes. So start small. Just say your name and one simple thing about you. Don't overthink it.
Yeah, and repeat it often. Like, say it in front of a mirror or record yourself. The more you practice it, the more natural it's going to become for you.
Absolutely. And honestly, don't aim for perfection. The goal here is connection. Like, even native speakers, they make small mistakes all the time. It's totally fine.
Yeah, and most people are just so kind and patient. They're happy to see you trying. So be proud of your effort. That's the most important thing.
So let's quickly go over some common mistakes to avoid when introducing yourself.
Number 1 is saying too much. Keep your introduction short and clear. You really don't need to give your whole life story.
Yeah, exactly. And number 2 is not practicing. Even a few minutes of practice, it makes a huge difference. You'd be surprised.
Yeah, and number 3, I would say, is being negative. Like you always want to stay positive and confident, even if you're a little bit nervous. It just comes across so much better.
That's so true. And number 4, giving too much private information. Just share friendly details, nothing too personal. You don't need to tell them about your dog's vet visits or anything.
Right? And the last one, it's really important, is not adapting to the situation. Your introduction should change depending on whether you're at work or hanging out socially.
Exactly. And remember, introducing yourself is truly a skill you can build. Like, with practice, you'll feel more natural and so much more confident.
So give it a try today. Just say your name, where you're from, and one thing you like. Practice in your own voice. Just try it out.
Thank you so much for listening to English Corner Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please do follow us for more calm and helpful English conversations.
Yeah, and tell us, what's one fun fact about you? Let us know in the comments. We'd really love to hear it.
Yeah, absolutely. Keep practicing, everyone, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye for now.